Hey, great to see you for another lesson. Thanks very much for joining me. Okay, so for those of you who follow my channel regularly, you will notice that the last song I did was from the new Eric Clapton album. Now, that was funded very generously by a subscriber from my channel, so I took a look at that pretty quickly. I'd already been listening to the album, funnily enough, and found that there was a real kind of mixture of tracks on it, and it was quite nice. And there was another track that particularly spoke to me and the things I've been doing with you. It was a kind of blues song, and it was called Somebody's Knockin'. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to return to that track and have a look at it and talk you through it, yeah? If you haven't already seen that previous track, I'll Be There, you might like to have a look at that because it's very nice and it's a little bit different from your everyday kind of, you know, 3-chord song or whatever. So I'll put a link to that one should you wish to check that out. Now, coming back to Somebody's Knockin', the song is in A. Okay, now those of you who watch the channel and stuff will know this kind of blues shape. Okay, I've covered this in a lot of other videos, but essentially you're just looking to play an A chord, an open A chord, but only the 4th and 5th strings really matter, perhaps the 3rd from time to time. Okay, so we have this, and there are various guitar parts, as I've mentioned, all doing different things, and I'm going to show you, you know, a few different ways of playing it. Now, if you want to play it in its most basic format, okay, this isn't something he plays, but it's certainly something that you can play along with. You start in the A. Now, what you're trying to emphasize is this note here, which is the 5th fret on the 4th string. It's all on the 4th string, this, okay, apart from the open 5th. So that's the riff you're looking to get for the A. Open A, then 5th string fretted on the 4th fret. So you have, and you slide, you play that 4th string on the 2nd fret, and then you play the 4th fret, but you slide it. This kind of idea. So you have, then back, and back to there. Kind of idea. Now, like I say, you don't have to be exact. The idea is to make it your own, okay? So these are just guidelines. So we have same in E, okay? So we have open 6th, fretted on the 4th, back to the 2nd on the 5th, same on the 5th string, yeah, as what we were doing there. Exactly the same riff. So we have on the A, now for the B part, we play 5th string 2nd fret, then we play 4th string 4th fret, okay, so we have, so that's just 3rd string 2nd fret and 1st fret, yeah, so we have, so that's the only one that might be, it's a little bit more difficult than the A and the B part, okay, so you have the B, then you just back into the A, or whatever, yeah. So as I say, just try and make it your own a little bit. You'll notice I'm doubling up on some of the notes. Well, I'm not sure he does, but you know, I always try and put something of my own on the song, and it's for that reason that I've taken a look at this one, because it's a standard blues. It's a great opportunity. Alternatively, you could strum it kind of playing an A shape and be going. Okay, so that's another idea, and when you come to the B, you can either keep it simple and just play, just play the B in its entirety, that B riff. So there are a couple of different ways of playing it, okay? Like I say, with the rhythm, or playing it like they play it on the record. So experiment maybe with both of them, and if you can listen to the track whilst you're practicing them, that will really help you kind of bring it into time and everything. Okay, now that essentially is all you really need to know about the rhythm side of the track. That's really all that's happening, yeah? It's just playing it essentially an A, like so. Back to the A, to E, and then it plays the B, A, and E. So in its simplest form, that's what it would be. Now you'll notice at the beginning of the track, there's a really nice solo, yeah? So let's take a look at that. It's more or less note for note, although that's not something I always do, as you probably already know. But again, I can't stress enough, okay, try and find your own licks within this. This is a starting point. It will show you what some of the notes are and what he's playing to some extent, okay? But do experiment and find your own licks to put in over this. Now, the track itself actually starts with the riff on the guitar. So what you're looking to do is slide up to on the 5th string to the 7th fret. Okay, so you got that as your first notes there. 5th string, 7th fret. Then you're on 5 and 7 on the 4th string. So it's that kind of idea. Yeah, so that's 5th string, 7th fret, then 4th string, 5 and 7. Now, let me explain, okay? It's the vibrato and the bends and the pull-offs and things which really make it your own. If you just play this straight, it will sound fine, but the more you can just put a little bit of vibrato or something on some of the notes, it will really bring it to life, okay? So, for example, I'm giving that first note a little bit, and that third. So that's the first lick, then it goes. So that is just 4th string, 7th to 9th slide, 7th on the 3rd string, so you have 9th fret, 3rd string, so you have back to, so that's just 7 and 9, 3rd string, then 4th string, 7th, and slide back to 5, so you have So that's the first part of the lick. One more time slowly. Right, then it goes. And all that part is 4th string, 7, 9, 5. Back to 5th string, 9. 7, sorry. So that's alright, so far we have yeah, then we have, so that's just 5 and 7 on the 5th string, 5 and 7 on the 4, it goes down to on the 4th string. So you have 5, 7 on 5th, 5, 7 on 4th. So that's a hammer on the first part. Okay, so same again, same riff as before. Okay, so that's 4th string, 7, 9. 7, 9 on the 3rd. Back to 7 on the 3rd. 4th string, 7. 5. 5th string, 7. Then you slide from 7th fret 4th string for the B part. So that's the riff you're looking for there. Yeah, that's just 7 to 9, 7, 5, back to 7. And then you're just on the 5th string, 5 and 7. That's all 7, 5 on the 4th and 5th strings, okay? So you have, so far we got so that end lick is set 5, 7 on the 5th string, and then 5 on the 4th string, so you have pull off on the 4th string, 7 to 5, and then 7th fret 5th string. And then you have this riff played quickly. It's like, and that is just, if you get this finger here, the 3rd finger on the 4th string of the 7th fret, and this first finger is on the 3rd string of the 5th fret, and you slide it up 2 frets, so you play 4, 3, and you're playing that 9 back to 7 on the 4th string, so you have, practice that. You know, you're going to need to maybe practice these sections so you get them smooth. After that part, it goes into, and that's just 8 and 10 on the 2nd strings, and there's a big bend on that 10, so you want to get it to sound like, then it's just 8 on the 2nd string and 9 on the 3rd string, so you have, okay, then the next part is, okay, so that's just 9 on the 3rd string, 8 on the 2nd string, 10 on the 2nd string, so you have, there's a bend, yeah, on that 10 on the 2nd string, so you have, yeah, you got that, the amount of strikes on each string, 1 on that 3rd string, 9th fret, 1 on the 2nd string of 8th fret, so you have, then you have 2 on the 9, 2nd string, then the bend, bit of vibrato on that 8 on the 2nd fret, sorry, 8 on the 2nd string, Okay, then you have, yeah, so that's like a, and that is this first string here, 10th fret to 7th fret, second string 10th to 8th, then the third string on the 9th, okay, back to that second string 8th, so we got, and then that's back up to the 10th fret on the second string, so we have, back to that 8th fret second string. Okay, so that whole little section of that part is, okay, so there's, after that part you've got this part where it's, and that's just the same kind of note really, it's just the third string 9th fret, and the stuff on the second string is just the 8th and the 10th. They're just, you can hear those bends, yeah? So you'll find that rip part there. Then it goes, yeah, so that's just a slide on the 3rd and 4th strings, from 5 on the 3rd string, 7 on the 4th string, and that's slid up 2 frets. Then that's, okay, so that's just 3rd string 9th to 11th. Alright, so you have, that's just 3rd and 4th strings, 9 and 7, pull off 3rd string on the 9th fret to the 7th, and pulling off again on that 4th string, 9 to 7. Okay, so far. And that essentially is the whole riff for the intro. Okay, so this, just more importantly, just take some of those notes from that and maybe doodle about and see what you can find out yourself. It's not really important that you play the exact notes, but I know that quite a few people out there like to kind of get thereabouts on some of those riffs. So that's just to give you a little bit of a flavour of the song. I think there's a lot to take from this, and I'd be really interested to know how you do with it and whether it's something that you find useful. So if you find the video useful, and perhaps you could click on the like or the subscribe, and it's always great to hear from you. So should you ever have any comments, just leave those below and let me know how you're getting on with some of these lessons. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you then, and take care.